Good morning. I'm not ready to go yet. I thought I'd have some of this clutter cleaned up and be ready to start these tomatoes, but I had to wash dishes and do a few other things first, and I'm still not ready. I'll see. You guys want to come up on the panel and chat, and I'll keep on the washing. And I haven't washed my tomatoes. I do have some water boiling to blanch them and to peel them. But good morning to Kim. And Kim says, it looks like you're going to be busy. I love canned tomatoes, and we did a lot of them. Way better than what you buy. I use them in everything. Lots of stuff. Good morning to Beverly. Good morning, Rowena. Good morning, Janie Jane. I'm going to, what'd I do? I'm going to post the link. Get it up there. There's the link. Let me go over and pin it to the top over on Facebook, over on YouTube. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Slim Twiggy. You guys, I wish you guys would come up here and talk so I could go on about my business, or I'm not going to get nothing done if I stay over here and talk. I got an extra pair of knives. Y'all can just come and help me. Got two of them. Who wants one of them? So you can come help me. 2:30 in the afternoon in the UK. It's 8:30 a.m. here. I'm going to go over at the sink and wash some more dishes to get ready to put the tomato. I can't get the tomatoes in the sink because I got dirty dishes in there. Everything I do, I go about it unorganized. I may get things done, but it's not doing it organized. But I do, from the garden, I've got some of the prettiest tomatoes, and they're just about the right size for canning. Got this pan, and I left some still to ripen. And there's this pans. I got two. And I've saved a couple of them for lunch. I'm not going to can them all. Got to eat some of them in a little bit. Good morning, Teresa. All right, nobody wants to come up. Let me go. I'm going to go over here and do something and pin the link to the top. Be right over here. Maybe if I can get there. Now I've got to find the link. Where am I at? Now where am I at? Good morning to Dragon Classy Diamond Art. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to turn my back to you. Which way am I going to turn you? You don't have to watch my backside while I wash a few dishes over here and get things ready. So y'all talk to each other, or if I see you down in the chat, down in the basement, I'll bring you up on the panel. Blue suits me. This is an old shirt. I put on an old shirt. Well, all my clothes are old, but I put on an old shirt this morning because I ain't no telling where tomato juice is going to go this morning. But like when I do that corn, it splatters every place. And when you do tomatoes, the juice splatters every place. And I hear the dog scratching at the door, I think. All right, I'm going to turn my back. You guys chat or come up on the panel. Now we'll put this bowl in the sink to wash. See if I can get them all in there. It's going to take a minute for that sink to fill up with water. They've not had any spray or pesticides on them, so they're just a little bit of the dust on them, all the dirt that's on them. But I'm going to wash them. Tomatoes and more tomatoes. I know it. Yeah, and Francis. I knew you'd show up to help me. I knew you would. I got you a knife. You'd help me. So. Oh, I have some pretty tomatoes to can, though. Okay.
I know John said give him 10 minutes. He'll be there to get a fresh tomato.
I don't have to work with him. If he'll take a few of them, I won't have to put them up. So. Oh, give them away so I ain't got a chore.
There you go.
Well,
and then Terry would say, Rita, what happened to all them tomatoes I brought in here?
No, he wasn't. Because I guess 2 days he picked them and brought them in, and I laid them out, on paper. Every place I could find a place to lay a tomato, I laid them. I got to turn this water on. My sink will be running over. Oops. Whoop, where'd you go? But anyway, Terry came in yesterday and said, are you going to can tomatoes today? We pronounce them tomatoes. I've got to wash a few tomatoes. Maybe Frances will come back up here. I don't know what she did. She pushed the wrong button. It wasn't me. Rosalie James, hello. This is not a tutorial. I just see if you guys wanted to chat while I was doing this chore. Yeah, what you do?
I don't know. I lost you.
But I was just telling, this is not a tutorial. Y'all just going to keep me company while I do it. Because if you want to know how to do it right, you better go watch somebody else. I do a lot of them, but you may not want to do them the way I do them. Sometimes I just fly in there and get it done. So.
That's the only way to do it.
But I tell you, I probably canned as many of them as anybody, though.
You probably have.
I just don't want you to do it exactly like I do it.
We've canned our share of tomatoes, I tell you.
I tell you. There's some years, just like some years, they might be 50, 75, 100 quarts of just one thing. Yeah. And some of them may be still sitting down there on the pantry shelf.
Well, they last a while.
They do. They really do.
Yeah. 10 years or better, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they don't turn black.
But anytime I open a jar, I smell of it and taste it and check it all before I try it.
But there's a lot of people, if they see the least little thing, they will not use them. They'll throw them out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not that way.
But I'm careful. Yeah. But there's a little, use a little common sense and reasoning.
And a lot of people don't do that.
Good morning to Deb Somerville. I'm fixing to start blanching some.
Yeah, getting the skins off of them.
Get the skins off of them. Yeah, Kim knows how to can tomatoes. We need her to come help us too. She's done a lot of them.
Yeah. No, she's busy over at the sink.
Have to get about every big pot in my kitchen to do them though.
The gray one's pretty. I know, it's like everything in the kitchen gets mixed up. There it is. They are. Last year, Mom and I canned from our garden. We did 350 quarts. We did juicing quarts too, and did 50 pints of tomato sauce. Wow, that was Kim.
Well, yeah. I always, every year, I say I'm going to keep counting what I can, but I always lose track. But the garden hadn't been as good the last few years as what it used to be, though. It seems like we're having a harder time growing things than we used to.
Has your beans started coming up that y'all planted yet?
Those peas, yes. I mean, I've not been out there, but I think Terry said they started coming up. Yesterday, the whippoorwill peas were coming up. You know what whippoorwill peas are, don't you? Have you never heard of whippoorwill? It's an old-fashioned southern pea. Hello, Mimi. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't do that. I don't think. Come back. Come back, Mimi.
Is it like a black-eyed pea?
It's kind of brown, speckledy looking pea. Kind of a big pea. So.
Okay.
Come back, Mimi. Well. I don't feel ready yet. My water might not have been hot enough when I put them in there, but it'll get there.
Yeah.
What?
You must have pushed the wrong button.
Hi.
Hello.
Those are some great looking tomatoes, Rita.
They are, aren't they? Pretty good, all things considered.
You know, I'm half Middle Eastern and half Italian. Those tomatoes, when I get my tomatoes, I make the sauce and can it up, and you can't imagine. It is so good. And the rest are made for tabbouleh.
Okay.
Or salsa.
Okay, what's tabbouleh? Is that what you called it? I'm from the South. Oh,
excuse me. It is.
Okay.
Hang on. I came on to help you out. I'm being a nuisance.
You're fine. I want to kind of be busy, so if you guys will just talk with each other, I can kind of keep busy. Okay.
Tabbouleh is a tomato and parsley salad with small cracked wheat, and it's just a side salad. It's a Middle Eastern dish. It's really, really good. You put some onion, some tomato, parsley, some lemon juice, and salt and pepper, and the fine bowl of wheat. And it can be like a nice lunch on some pita bread or something. It's really, really good.
You got to stay in the refrigerator in for 3 months.
Oh.
When it gets through, so it's-
Francis, what are you making?
I'm putting a binding on a quilt.
I don't know how to do that. Is it difficult?
No, it's not that bad.
I have the front part of one done, and I got to put the batting and then the binder, and I don't know how to do it. It was just something I tried to do, and it's been like 6 years, and it's still sitting there. I didn't make my own blocks like that.
Uh-huh.
I just got different floral fabric and cut my own blocks and then put them the way I wanted. I don't know. Is that a quilt?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I should finish it one of these days.
Because mine was just, mine was blocked, and I just cut them a certain way. That's all I did.
Very pretty.
Mimi, you ought to get one of those sewing groups and sew on your unfinished project with some of them. Might motivate you to work on it.
Yeah, I have to do that. I want to finish my project, I started it and I never finished it, so. I think I'm intimidated by the binding around the sides,
Well, I like to hand sew my binding on the back, but I sew it on with the machine up to the front.
Okay.
And then fold it over and sew it on the back by hand.
Okay.
I think that's how Rita does hers too.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
How come? What's the difference between doing it either all by hand or all by machine?
Well, sometimes if you sew it from the front and the back together, sometimes you won't catch the back. Sometimes the back laps over a little further than the front.
And I don't think.
Okay. All right, I get you.
Pretty, but if I'm making just a baby, a toddler quilt that they're going to use, I might sew it on the machine.
Yeah.
But if it's a fancy quilt, I wanted the binding stitched down by hands. That's
Okay. And when you do up and down stitch,
Yeah.
like a straight stitch by hand?
It's like a.
No, I go through and make a little stitch and go through.
Oh, like a hem stitch.
Hem stitch.
Yeah.
Hem stitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know all the words sometimes to describe what I'm doing.
My mother taught me all that stuff when I was small. I remembered it.
I don't think
She
I
said-
have all the numbers, but I think I forget too much sometimes. So.
My mother always told me you need to know how to do a hem stitch and sew a button
But yeah.
This is
Yeah.
true.
by hand,
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Deb.
Yeah.
Hi, Manella.
Yeah, you read the comments.
Okay.
And if you want to stream to your channel, you can, Mimi. Did you see that option when you come in? Did you see
No, I didn't.
It's kind of up there at the top someplace. I can't tell you exactly.
It says more cam.
Look kind of up toward the right-hand side.
Okay, stream this to your audience. Here it comes.
That's it.
It says log in. Let's see if it works.
Does she have to type hen, Rita?
No, but that will drop the channel link. But no, she's going to stream to her channel. So people,
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can do it.
well,
Yeah, I'm not that.
No, I'm no technical help to tell you how to do it, but
I'm not either. This is fine. This is fine.
And I know I don't know how to do it. I don't have a channel.
Okay, maybe next time I can fiddle with it and figure it out.
oh, there'll be a next time.
Has anyone had issues with YouTube dropping subscribers?
That number goes up and down every day, I think.
Yeah, but I lost 3.5 hours, and someone else lost about 30 in one day last week.
Wow.
And some people go to check and they're unsubscribed, so they have to subscribe again. So I don't know. I heard that YouTube will unsubscribe you if you're not a regular watcher or something. I don't know.
And I think I'm subscribed to thousands and thousands of channels.
Good for you.
I am. I have to go look. I know that number's high. All different kinds.
Hey, I'm going to show you my tomatoes, the couple that I picked this morning. Hang on.
Okay.
They're about just like yours, but I picked them before they're really red.
And just set them up and let them ripen?
Yep. And I got this one. This is a patio tomato. This is a regular tomato. And I don't know what's wrong with this one, but it's not ripe. They don't get ripe on top.
Oh, huh. I don't know.
I don't know. I know we've had a lot of rain. So, but I'm going to, what I do is I throw these in boiling water to get the skins to peel, to split. Then I put them in an ice bath, and I take off the skin.
I don't even do the ice bath. I just let mine cool down. Yeah. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And see, the skins are coming off, but they're a little hot to handle. So I'm just going to give them a minute to cool down so I can handle them.
Yeah, because they get really hot. Even in an ice bath, they're still very hot. But I don't have bushels of tomatoes like you. I have like 18 plants out there. But so I do that, and then I freeze them until I'm ready to can them.
Yeah.
That's it. I have a tiny garden.
Mine's huge.
Yes,
tiny state, tiny garden.
But if you're gonna grow enough to eat for a year to the next season, you have to have enough stuff coming out of it.
Yeah, I have
to do. It don't always work, but that's kind of the plan, is to grow enough that next year you got enough till next year, and then sometimes, in case you got a bad year, you got to have 2 years worth.
I know it, because you don't know what's going to happen.
That's the way the old timers that I grew up with would do it. You might be a lean year the next year, so you put up a bunch the first year.
That's right. You never know. That's all for my allergies.
That can be a pain in the butt.
Oh, if it's not the sinus migraines, it's the cough. And when it gets humid, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
Okay. Some of these I may stick back in there. That skin's not all coming off. Well, put the peelings in my tomato bowl.
You're getting to the chickens, aren't you?
Yeah, the peelings.
Yeah.
But I peel one and put the peelings in the wrong side.
Oh,
I've done that before.
I have too.
Be shelling beans or peas and put them in the wrong one.
Or either be cleaning chicken off the bone to make some chicken salad and put the wrong thing in the wrong bowl.
Yes, yeah.
Don got that pimento cheese made last night,
Okay.
but I had to lay down. I got the feeling bad last night.
I know we keep you up late at night when you come up there with us. Sure enjoy your company.
No, I just got the feeling bad. I don't know what happened. I was about to burn up.
Huh.
So I had to go lay down.
I mean, now you made me dry my hands to put you back up there.
You're gonna whip me with that towel.
You stay up there so I don't have to dry my hands and bring you back.
Okay. I'm not very technical, so.
And now you know we tease a lot around here, so don't if I say something, don't take no offense to it. So.
Rita, I'm gonna do something I never thought I'd do.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna can my own beans, and I don't even like beans.
Okay.
But that bean salad I made the other day is so good. And I like to make a Italian dish, greens and beans. It's like escarole or spinach with northern beans.
Yeah, I saw that bean salad. I thought that looked good.
Yeah, and I'm so tired of buying the cans, you know.
We like our beans, and that's just another way to fix them.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to try canning my own. Are they difficult to do?
No, they take quite a while in the canner, quite a bit of time. And I always, when I can something, I go back and recheck the time. So I'm not going to try to tell you off the top of my head how long they've been in there.
I read, I use the Nesco, but the time for pints, which is what I would probably do, is 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay, that sounds a long time.
Yeah, quarts of 90 minutes. So it's just the prep gets me intimidated, you know.
Do you have?
So I think I'm going to sit here and sort my beans while we're on.
Do you have to cook them first before you can them?
I would soak and get them all soft. I would. Now I've seen videos where they put the dry beans in there, but I don't. I cook mine first to get them ready first.
Yeah, I think they said to boil them for like 2 minutes, dump out the water, add more cold water, boil for 20 minutes or something. I don't know.
But I've seen videos where they can the dry beans. They put just a few dry beans in the water over them. But I don't do that. I cook mine first.
I'm going to do it the really, really the right way because I don't want to get sick.
No.
You know?
No.
I just met a nice guy a few years back. I don't want to die yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go anywhere. I'm sorting through them, but they all look good to me.
I bet they're mostly good. Every once in a while you'll find a little pebble or stone, but not bad.
Yeah.
And you really find them mostly in pintos. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Dry pintos, because you can pintos out of the garden.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've got them shelled and in a freezer bag in the freezer. You know, they were the yellow hull. You know what I'm talking about? They wasn't dry yet.
Yeah.
But then we didn't get them all picked. Well, they were in that stage, so some of them dry. So I'll probably just put them all together and boil them till they're done, and then can them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, these look pretty good.
Because I'm running out of freezer space.
That's why I started canning. I was petrified to can food. So,
Really?
I started like freezing it, and then I got like in 2020, we'll say, put it that way. And I did my stockpiles and everything, and I froze a lot. And then I was afraid, so I got a dehydrator. And then from there, I got the preserving bug, and I says, you know what? I'm buying myself a canner. So, yeah, I got my Nesco.
No, those little electric canners, I think they look kind of neat, but I don't have one of them. And I don't know if I need to. I probably got 3 or 4 pressure canners at least.
Me too.
Yeah, those scare me. I can just picture myself blowing a hole through the roof.
Well, I'm careful and I keep my eye on it. I don't leave the room when it's going.
Yeah. Okay, is anybody chatting in here? I don't see anything on my end.
Well, and I'm seeing 19 watching.
I see. Okay, I don't see any of that.
Are you on the private chat or are you on the comments?
How do I get to comments?
At the very top where the comments are, where it says private chat and comments, you might have to
No,
scroll
I don't
down.
see that.
You might have to
I
scroll
said,
down.
okay, it says you are in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Okay, that's over there.
Hi, June.
Okay, you see it now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you do see the comments now?
Now I'm seeing them, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
This one's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, that's why I do the ice bath. I'm telling you.
I'll give it just a minute.
Oh, I don't know how you're doing that.
I used to burn the fool out of my hands doing tomatoes.
Do you put yours in the ice bath, Francis? Did you do the ice bath?
I never did. No.
I just let mine cool enough I can handle.
Yeah, my hands still burn, even with the ice bath. Those things are hot.
And Teresa's not chatting because she's working on her grandgirl's mystery, just kind of listening. Grid girls.
Are you going on tonight, Rita?
Will y'all be there?
I mean, if you don't want to go on, that's fine with me.
Will y'all be there and keep me out of trouble? Oh. You'd think I'd learned my lesson, but.
Well, it's like this. You don't have to bring him in from the basement again.
I don't have to. I know.
I think he was a little bit tipsy.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. And Ann Spielberg just come from the garden. No more work today. Playing sewing room. Dehydrator going with basil leaves. And Deborah, have you heard of Shuki beans? Do you see that, Mimi? You heard of Shuki beans? SHUKKI.
No, I lost the comments again. I don't know. Something I'm doing wrong.
I don't think I've ever heard of Shuki beans.
It means something like that. Shoot out of a gun.
No, shuki beans. Never heard of them.
Never did.
I hear beans.
I'm going through them.
My head in the pan.
It's going to be interesting. I never did this in my life, so this is something new. I'm not a big bean person, but the ones that I like, I want to, I'm just tired of going to the store for them. Everybody stocked up on rice?
Oh, yeah.
Good girl.
What, is there going to be a shortage of rice?
Yeah, big shortages, they say.
Well, that's right. That's where they make it in Ukraine, and they grow it in Ukraine. So.
But my husband's not a big rice eater, so I don't fix it very often, no.
Yeah.
He'd rather
It's
have
good
it.
It's good to have,
Have you ever heard of leather britches green beans?
What is it?
Well, have you ever made them? Have you ever?
Are they kind of like the flat beans, the flat green beans?
They dehydrate them and call them leather britches. Is what they do.
Oh.
Or dry them. The old timers, years and years, many years ago, would dry them and then just kind of hang them up and then cook them in the wintertime.
Oh,
wow!
Before canning and all.
You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah, tell us a funny story.
Okay, here goes. My mom and dad grew up in the Depression. They were born in 1928 and 29. And my father's dad was right off the boat from Italy. And they lived in an area of Providence that we call it Federal Hill, but it's like a little Italy. And he made his own sausage, and he was drying it in whatever room, a closet, whatever they could put it in, in those days.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a cat.
Oh, no.
Oh. Now, this is during the Depression. There was 13 children to feed. My grandfather saw the cat walking funny, and her belly was hanging. They thought the cat was sick or having babies, and they went to look. Then they realized all the Italian sausage strings were hanging. They were all empty.
She ate it all.
Cat ate it all.
And that's bad because because they needed that food,
Exactly.
it says on here, Shuki beans, but they spell it SHUCKY beans. They're also called leather britches.
Okay, leather britches. Okay.
Are an American linguine dish made of dried green beans that have been preserved for winter consumption.
But they said that hanging up there, they used to look like little britches, those dried green beans.
And the beans that were popped out of their shuck or pods were called shell outs or shellies.
Shellies. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Time you get finished with them tomatoes, you might not feel like going on tonight.
We'll play a beer. That's all I do, sit there in the rocking chairs. That's not as comfortable as a recliner, but it ain't bad uncomfortable.
Yeah. Go and get the hammer and hit it on a cloth.
You're making good progress with the tomatoes.
I am. I've started the pot cooking, and I'm just adding a few as I get them in this bowl. I carry them over there and put them on that one. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be whole tomatoes. It's not going to be anything fancy. But I use them in my chili and in sloppy joes and in spaghetti sauces, soups, just whatever.
Yeah.
Well, my pole beans started producing. They're going to be 10, 11 feet high.
That's
Wow.
small.
Yeah. Looks like Jack and the Beanstalk out there. I planted like 60 of them.
Huh?
So I like to make sure I have enough for me and then my daughter and her family.
Okay.
I like pole beans.
Yeah. I did plant some bush beans I always have a backup, you know. But
My cousin decided to plant pole beans next year because he don't want to have to pick the bush beans.
I know I get all bit up by mosquitoes and everything. It's all the bug, you know.
He
But
decided
I did plant them.
he don't want to stoop over and pick them anymore.
Yep.
Well, with his back being bad, it's hard.
Yeah, his hips. He gets down anymore. He can't get up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that baby, Rita?
The babies are good. They're all good.
How's that little one you had in the rocket chair on a video, little girl?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah, I don't
God.
keep that one very often. It's the little bit older one that wants to be at grandma's house all the time.
Really? They like cooking and doing stuff with you.
She just likes to play down here, but I get nothing done when she's here.
Of course not. But it's the best time for them, you know?
Ann says she does a lot of tomato sauce, so she can make pizza sauce or spaghetti sauce.
Right. It's, I put mine in the blender. If I'm really ambitious, when they're all peeled and cored, I will throw them in the blender with some fresh garlic and all the seasonings that I use to make sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I blend it all up like that, and then I can it.
Yeah.
It comes out really good, and it's all ready, you know.
And all them spices have time to marinate.
Yes, yes. Okay, I don't see any comments again. Huh.
Rushing Wind Mountain. Good morning.
On one side. Maybe mine might be different from hers, though, because I'm on my tablet.
Well, I'm seeing Rushing Wind Mountain and Garcia family. Yes, and they said that's smart, Mimi. So they responded to what you just told about the tomatoes.
Oh, thank you. Hey, whatever makes it easier, you know.
Mm-hmm.
One of these days, I am going to I'm going to show everyone how to make the escarole and beans. That's going to be another video, and you can use spinach too, and it's a really good, hearty, healthy winter dish.
All right, I've got all of mine blanched, so I'm going to move and sit in the stool, not stand here. I'm going to change my position here. And let it be a sit-down job.
Now I'm soaking my beans. How long do I have to soak them?
Did you
Oh,
put
several hours.
you know, put it
Okay. I don't have my ball book with me, so.
Okay. Put it somewhere where it won't.
But it might speed it up if you boiled them, though, too.
If I what? Boil them?
Boil them, yeah.
Yeah.
With the orange on it. Yeah, the small one. No. In the box right there. Yeah, is there an orange one in there? Orange or red, I don't know.
Now,
Hang on, I gotta order my dishwasher.
They get real big, but go ahead. You can pull it as far as you want it.
craft on and so forth. Hopefully today I will fill up to something. And we got Michelle Lokerson vlog is here. And Moon Boots is here. Hello, Moon Boots. Francis, you remember Moon Boots?
Yeah, I remember Moon Boots.
You made an impression on us, Moon Boots. And Phil bring them all and turn off for a few hours. Yeah, that's what I do. Mimi, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, bring them to a bowl for a little bit and then turn them off for a few hours. And that way they'll soften up quicker.
Okay, so I soak and then boil and then let them sit in the boiling water.
If you've washed them and put them in some water, go ahead and boil them for just bring them to a boil and then turn it off.
Okay, how long do I soak?
Is that the pimento cheese?
That's the pimento cheese.
I wouldn't, if you want them quicker, don't soak them. Just bring them to a boil and then turn or you mean after you bring them to a boil? Just kind of check them. Just kind of look at them, check them. It just gets you to that step faster.
Yeah, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want to then process them and have them turn into mush.
Yeah.
That's, so I got them soaking, so I should boil them, right?
Yeah, bring them to a boil and then turn it off.
Yeah.
Then turn it off. Okay. All right, I'm going to try it. Hang on.
Okay. Ain't this fun to do chores and you get to visit people across the country?
Oh, thank you, Russian wind. Thank you, Beverly. Well, it was a Beverly on here. They were all commenting on John's pimento cheese.
That did look good. Well, I think I've got the hot ones. They're burning my fingers. Maybe this pan's cooler. Oh, here comes Jackie. Jackie, let me wipe my hands.
You don't have no thick gloves like what that you wash dishes with, but they're real thick. That would help your hands too.
Had to wipe my hands, Jackie.
Hello, Jackie.
That's fine. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Hi, Mimi.
Yeah.
That was my nickname growing up until I was married, Mimi.
Really?
And that's Mimi's what my grandsons call me. But then, since Millie's name was Millie, the other kid, my other son, didn't want his daughter call me Mimi, so because it sounded too much like Millie.
Oh,
Do you bring this? I'll show you. He's been out picking tomatoes. He brought in a bucket full, but they're not ready today.
No,
I don't have to do them today.
put another 5-gallon bucket full.
Oh my goodness.
It'll be a day or two before they get ripe.
do you fry the green ones ever?
No, we don't care for fried green tomatoes.
Oh,
So
really?
I don't either. I don't know why everybody says make fried green tomatoes. I don't like them.
Oh, I do.
So do I.
I'll tell you, they're not bad pickled. You could just pickle them. Yeah.
tomatoes, I've never had that.
Yeah.
June. Hello, Deb and June.
You can't have them like that, though, John. Fried green tomatoes and pork chop crease. Because you can't have pork anymore.
I'm just not caught up till it frosts. You know that?
Do you ever get a time of year when you're rested and caught up with things, Rita?
Probably not. Probably not.
Oh, look up there in the cabinet.
Who's making all that noise? Mimi or John?
It's me,
It's Mimi.
the big lady.
We missed you last night, Jackie.
Was it another show and tell of calendar men?
Well, no.
We had a visitor.
we did have a visitor.
Oh, okay.
Remember the visitor we had last night?
I wasn't here last night.
Oh,
Jack-
you weren't?
Jackie,
Oh,
man.
you missed
She
it,
missed-
and you
she
need to go
missed
back and
it.
watch it.
Who was your visitor?
A young man called Moon Boots.
Yeah, yep, moon boots.
Moon Boots?
With the aluminum can.
What?
With an aluminum can.
I think he was getting drunker and drunker the longer he stayed up there.
Oh, what comes in an aluminum can?
He didn't offer to share?
And then he's all of his buddies were coming from his channel, and they didn't talk like we like to hear. So.
And then he said some words that we didn't like, and we had to scold him. Monica immediately got off. She said, "I'm not staying."
Who did?
But then Monica,
Oh,
Mona, but after he left, she came back. But you know what, Rita? They're on your channel now.
Yeah, yeah,
See it?
yeah.
You see it?
well,
Beverly
They're-
says,
they're-
"Good morning, Mona."
they're talking to people from old school years when we didn't talk like that.
Yeah, I know.
They do now, though, everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
He threw the F word, and that's when Mona said, "I'm gone."
But then Julie come up later, and she was saying it more than he was, and I, but kind of excusing herself for it because she was a former police officer, but she She wasn't arresting us, so she don't have to use it.
I know, right?
Oh,
So, I have a question about my beans.
Your bunch.
I'm gonna shut them off when they boil.
Pimento cheese cracker.
And then what do I do?
just let them sit till they get softened. Yeah. You know, you'll be able to tell. It'll take them a little while. But I can't
Okay,
tell you.
and then do I use that water for the canning?
You could. Well, you'll need more than that. So I wouldn't.
Okay.
I just probably drain them and rinse them and put some fresh water. But I probably
Okay. So the water should be boiling, right? Because it's saying hot jars.
yeah,
Hot.
I'd put boiling water.
Okay. All right. Well, this is going to be interesting. I never did this.
What are you doing? What are you
I'm
making?
canning some Great Northern beans. I don't even like beans. I just started eating them like last week. And now I want to can them. So,
She's canning the dry beans.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I've heard of canning dry beans. How did you cook them?
Well, I soaked them and I just now have them on the stove waiting to boil.
Yeah, she just started. She just sorted them a few minutes ago. She
Yeah.
just started.
I mean, last week when you were eating them.
Yeah.
How did
They
you
were
cook?
from a can.
Oh.
And then I realized that I made some of that bean salad to take to my brother's. And then I realized I didn't have any more store-bought. So I says, you know what? It's probably cheaper and better to just do them yourself. So we'll see. I figured I'd do them.
I pulled a Rita. I lost my needle.
Oh no, better find it.
I'm going to take a break from here and I'm going to come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay. I think I overcooked that one. Kind of fell apart on me. Everybody's gone. Except me and you, Jackie.
No, I'm here. My thing
Okay.
fell over.
Mona's over there in the chat.
There it is. I found it. Yep, I found it. Thank goodness.
Are you working on blocks, Francis?
I'm putting the binding on that quilt that I spilled the tea on.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm putting the binding. I got one whole side and half a side done.
Have you sent all your blocks out, Francis? Have you sent them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got yours. Yours is one of the first 2, 3, 4 that I got. I remember that now. Have to stop to think. I forget from day to day. Peggy Lynn says, well, good morning, ladies.
how many pounds are you canning, Rita? Rushing Wind wants to know.
Oh, I didn't weigh them.
She says enough.
No. I'm not weighing them. I'm just canning them.
10:30. I got about an hour before I got to get up and get myself together. Go. Because I got to go to Durham, and that's about a 45-minute drive.
Mm.
I've already got my shower and everything.
And
So.
Beverly Aiken says to Mona, I hope things get better. Mona, Oh, Mona just woke up. She had a rough night. I didn't sleep real good last night. I think I was just little.
Tomatoes, Mona.
Yeah, see my tomatoes. And this looks like one of those Romas, but we didn't plant Romas. But I guess we did. They just the package didn't call them Romas.
It identifies as a Roma anyway.
It does, don't it? The paste tomato.
Breath, didn't you? Eating too fast. Yeah, you're eating too fast. You got to slow down. Yeah, you got to slow down.
And I'm down to the little ones. I had some really nice right size ones, and then I had to do the little ones too. So they're taking longer.
Yeah, don't throw them away. Everyone's good too.
My daughter-in-law gave us some cherry tomatoes because she had such an abundance of them. They are the best little tomatoes. Yep. But I can't make sausage because you can't eat sausage or nothing.
I can them as is or make tomato sauces. These are as is because I want to get them in the jar and be done with them. So it's just going to be what I call whole tomatoes. Have the seeds and such in them, no skins, but
They good like that.
I'm get that stuff straightened out that we got from Sam's, so I can get back in there and do another quilt. I ordered some stuff from Sam's, and it came. And usually, if it's damaged, the guy will come to the door, knock on the door, and say, "Would you like to check this box because I think it's damaged?"
mm-hmm.
Well, this time, whoever brought it didn't come to the door. And one of the boxes I had ordered Dawn, one of the big things, a Dawn liquid detergent. It was all over everything.
He probably knew it was like that. That's the reason he didn't come to the door.
The box was wet. So I called. I have a number to call, and they replaced everything in that box. I had a pack, the 12 pack of paper towels. I had the 2 of this non-stick aluminum foil. I had the paper plates that has like 600 count in them. What else did I have, John? I had the thing of Dawn, of course. But anyway, they replaced every bit of it. Even though I could salvage it, they replaced every bit of it because of the Dawn getting all over it. So I got double with that order.
And Wayne from Custom Screen Printing. Hello. Welcome in. To get these cooking, I've got to wash jars. Should have put them in the dishwasher earlier, but I didn't. So now I'll just wash them, do them different.
Put them in the big rocks and take them out, put them in the boiling water and wait a time. A teaspoon of salt.
Do you cook your tomatoes, Rita?
Yeah.
You peel them?
Yeah, they're on a pot back there.
Oh, okay.
They're starting to cook down right now.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
then you put
adding,
them in the jar.
yeah.
Put a salt in.
But you don't put them in the pressure canner, do you?
Oh no.
No.
Tomatoes.
So no water bath for them after they've cooked?
Put salt in.
You're supposed to water bath them, but sometimes I just keep everything good and sterile and get them good and hot and put them in there without the water
Yeah.
bath.
Yeah.
But
That's what we
but
did.
but
And
they
you'll
don't
hear 'em.
recommend doing. They
I
don't
mean,
recommend
they
doing
feel
that.
they
Huh?
feel from the heat.
They do, yeah. But
I
I
never
wouldn't tell
had any
anybody else to do
problem.
that. But I do.
I did it too whenever I was canning
But
tomatoes.
that's the way my mama did it and my mother-in-law, and that's just what I learned. But I'm not going to tell anybody else to do it. Well, that's all of them peeled.
You
How
put
about,
salt in yours?
I will in the jars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Terry's mother used to put a little bit of sugar. I guess she thought it helped them preserve, but I didn't care for her tomatoes because she put just a little bit of sugar and they were sweet.
Yeah.
Even her son didn't like them that way. So
Jar in the steam, because it makes the salt.
they're all in there. I bet I've got 7 or 8 quarts.
How long have you cooked them?
I started with a few in the pot so I could stir them easy, and I kept adding them more to them. So as long as I've been on here, I've been on here an hour. So, but I hadn't cooked them that long. But they're not ready to go in jar yet.
Too much heat. It's really-
You gonna let the chickens out? Okay.
Oh, missed one. The chickens will like these tomato peelings. And yeah, I got dirty. I've got tomato splatters on my shirt.
Oh well, that's the thing of canning.
That's part of it, ain't it? I'm going to go
Yeah.
get some jars and put them on board. Ooh, back around. Now I'm gonna wash jars. It's so quiet. It is quiet, isn't it?
I don't know where. Mimi, is that her name?
Maybe, yeah, she was gonna go do something, said she might come back.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember someone a couple months ago when I first started on here? There was a woman that made miniature rooms. Do you remember her?
Yeah, she come up one night and showed us all that stuff.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to go? I ain't seen her back in here. What was it? Nancy's. What was the name of that channel?
I don't remember.
Nancy's Tiny Creations or something like that. Might do a search for that. I'm going to say Nancy's Tiny Creations, but I could be wrong on that.
I just wanted to see what she's made lately. That was just so pretty.
It was amazing. Yeah. It looked so real. You just thought it was a real room.
And everything was to scale. It just really cute.
Yeah.
Well, Mona's in for trouble now. She's going to have a lot more worry on her shoulders. Her daughter got her driver's license.
Oh, yeah. Yep. One Day at a Time Farmstead are doing their first live tonight.
Oh, you'll do fine.
They will.
Mm-hmm.
Boil some water over at the side to sterilize my jars in.
One Day at a Time. What is your channel?
And you can type hand in the chat to drop your links. Michelle's got to get going. She has farm animals. But type AGN to drop your link so they can get connected with you. One Day at a Time Farmstead. All right, I better get to work. I'm not going to get this done. Let's see. Gotta have my jar washers. Gotta have these.
You working on anything, Jackie?
Yes, I'm trying to finish a purse I'd started about a year ago and got so tired of it, I put it down. It's hard. It was very hard. The yarn I'm using isn't really yarn, it's a cord.
Uh-huh.
And it was tough to work with. I don't know how I made it as far as I did, but I'll finish the purse itself. I'm just trying to put the latch on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a big mistake doing that and made it hard for myself. I don't think I'll
Reckon
try
how old this? Reckon how old this one is? See that one?
Yeah.
Been a lot of stuff canned through some of these.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Atlas.
Yep, an Atlas jar.
Never
And
heard
this
of
one, and I use these too for tomatoes and stuff. It's just a plain old
Mayonnaise
glass
jar.
mayonnaise jar.
When they used to have glass ones, now
Yeah.
Duke is nothing but plastic.
I don't put them through the canner, but I'll put tomatoes in them. So I've got a bunch of these.
Now I have put them through the canner.
Well, I have too, but I wasn't going to say that. But somebody would say you're not supposed to. So. I better go across the room and stir my tomatoes.
I bet you I got 50 cases of jars out in my storage shed because I don't can anymore.
Mm.
But now when I can, if I do any canning, I like to use largemouth jars.
Right, I've done that.
They're a whole lot easier to wash.
Well, that's the way. That's what we put our pickles in, or the wide mouth.
Yeah, easier to pack them in there.
Yeah.
Like 20 so years ago, I bought a bunch of wide mouths because I was canning peaches, but I don't can peaches anymore when they're $100 bushels. But the flats for the wide mouth cost more, so it's just more economical to use for me to use these others for most things.
That's the only reason we used wide mouth then is because of the pickles. But because when Papa was living, oh God, we canned a lot of pickles. But we canned last year, and it's enough pickles for me and John. We don't have to do it every year, but everybody wants them. I don't give them to everybody because, you know, we use them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take my chopper, a little chopper thing that I got, and I'll cut up maybe 5 or 6 quarts and have them already chopped. Keep them outside in the refrigerator. As I need them, I just go out and get a jar.
Peggy Lynn says she can't hear you, but I hear Francis just fine. You hear her?
Okay. Well, it's pretty low on my end.
All right.
Sometimes when I don't wear my earpiece, they say they can't hear me. I don't know what that has.
I don't know what. And the links pan to the tops. Some of you guys come up and on the panel and chat. I've got to turn my back again. I'm just being rude, aren't I? So.
Now she should be able to hear me better.
Oh, it is better. I hear you better.
I hear you better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's got to do with it, but oh well. That way I'm the only one that can hear y'all.
Look at that, Peggy Lamb. We could be like kids. Turn my back and y'all misbehave. Jackie will tell on you. Jackie's my good kid. She'll tell.
Don't tell her anything else.
What's the name of that slotted ruler that everybody been talking about lately?
Slotted?
Just a second. I'll show you. Here it is. It's called a Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmer.
A slotted trimmer.
And I bought these, but you know, the one I like to trim with is this one. I like the block lock.
But I got one like that folds.
It don't.
Fold.
But it's got the little groove that you push up against your seam and measure.
Uh-huh.
And this is my favorite. Now, I never did use these like these as well. I have used them. You know, they come in a set of 2. And this is the 1/2 inch, and these are just the full inches.
And they're called the slotted ruler too. Slotted trimmer.
This is Clearly Perfect Slotted Trimmers.
Okay. I wrote that down because everybody said they like that ruler, and I don't have that one.
And I was always nicking my rotary cutter on these little grooves over here, so I felt like a dulling my
blade.
Cutter.
Yeah. Seems like every time I change my blade, I end up cutting my finger. Last night I cut it here. The other night I cut it there. Just barely touch it. It don't take much.
I know. Sometimes you don't even know you've touched it until you see the blood.
Yeah.
And Beverly likes the block lock. It's my favorite for trimming. And these you use before you iron them open, and the block lock after you iron it open, you trim it. So. All right, that's the jars. That's 9 of them. I think that's enough. Can of salt. Guess I could wash these bowls when I got hot soapy water.
Well, I about got another side done.
Have that thing done pretty quick.
Yep. I just got home from the doctor.
I want to hem some bindings, but I got to go quilt some first.
Shoot. I got to go sandwich mine.
Getting caught up in one day at a time's little videos. They're so cute. I don't have a link one day at a time. I'm not on here enough to have a link.
Now, if they type the word hand, it ought to automatically put it up there for them.
She did.
But it didn't work? Oh,
Yeah, I've been watching her videos. I love it.
okay.
Looks like she's got the place I always wanted. Yours and hers.
Teresa's missing her Thomas cat. He went over the Rainbow Bridge yesterday after surgery that was unsuccessful. Oh, no.
That's awful, Teresa. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
There are people out there that don't understand how you can grieve over a pet, but those who
They're not pets, they're children.
They are our children. They're just like children. I'm sorry to say. I mean, I'm not sorry to say that, but
and sometimes when you get our age, you're with them more than you are your kids. You know. Yeah.
I'm down to just one pet now, and I don't know what to do.
So am I. We had 7 boxers, and we're down to 1. And they're very successful. However you say it, to cancer, susceptible to cancer.
We've lost.
And every one of ours had cancer. But now our oldest one, even though he was sick, right at the end, he lived to be 18.
18, a boxer?
And my PD that I've got now, he's 13, and he's full of cancer. They can't. It started out with one knot on his hip, and she said that at his age she would rather not do surgery because it could make it spread. So he's been doing really good though up until lately. Sometimes his back legs give away on him, and we have to go help him. And we have to help him up on the bed at nighttime.
I lost 2 boxers to cancer. They're my favorite breed of dog.
Mine too.
They're so active and they're clowns.
Yeah.
I can't handle that kind of energy anymore. So, or I'd
Okay,
have
when something happens to that dog, I don't know what's going to happen to John. That's his PTSD dog.
Oh. If I ever did get another dog, it'd be a little one this time so I could control it a bit.
I would like to have a Boston Terrier.
I do too. That's what I love. I love anything with a smushed face.
Uh-huh. I don't want a Chihuahua. And I don't want a Jack Russell. Them dogs, I'm going to tell you, they are so hyper.
Yeah.
Hello, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila. Can't hear her.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can.
Okay.
Good now.
I went to the post office and I mailed everything. It's all out.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
So I got it done. The one going to Canada was $3.
$3.
Oh,
Okay.
And then
okay.
the others were like 26 of them were like $1.06 each.
Okay.
And she handed me the stamps for all of them because there was like 26 of them. So
The
altogether,
one I sent to Canada was $1.50.
yes, I don't know. But anyway,
Huh.
yeah, it's done.
Okay.
So I don't
And
know.
what was your total? What was your total?
$30.56.
Well, and mine was 24.
I don't understand.
And I
Mom,
did them all at the same time. Yeah.
And she said that I would have
And
to
I wonder, maybe I
manually,
missed somebody. Maybe I better go back and check my list.
manually put the stamps on each
I don't know
one,
what
which
I
was
did
the
with it.
butterfly stamp. She said because it was I forget the word she used, but she couldn't like run it through the machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't go through the machine. So that's just the way it was. So
It was
Yeah.
called non-machinable.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got Mona's block today.
Okay.
I got it. I got up at 6:30 and I went to bed about midnight and got up at 6:30. But I've been cutting fabric all morning.
Okay.
So I needed to run to the post office. Well, let me stop. And I've got about half of the project cut out. So
Hmm.
so I've been doing that.
Yeah.
So that's glad. And I wrote on those because I printed those sheets. It's like the day you mailed it and day you received it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking maybe some people on here aren't really saying when they get one. I don't know.
Yeah. Just us that kind of come up on the screen.
Yeah, and a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They mention it in the chat sometimes, but
Yeah.
I miss that those comments sometimes. And the old Patty realized that we only have to send one. But Sarah
Yes.
had to send all
I
hers.
hadn't even thought about that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's going to be costly for her to do that, you know. But
Are y'all gonna do the Christmas one?
I think
I
I'm
don't
not
think
to
I am.
because I have
Um,
too much other stuff waiting that's just sitting that
I'm not either.
I can't get to, you know.
Mhm.
And I was telling a friend of mine, she lives near Fort Smith, Arkansas, a little town called Roland, Oklahoma. Uh, I asked her, and she said no, she would pass because she had things sitting, but she works full time too.
Mhm.
You know, works at night, has sleep in the day, and all that. But she tried one time, and she did all those blocks, and only half of the people sent them out.
Yeah.
And she
Mhm.
got aggravated over it. And she says, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my fabric and time if other people aren't going to."
If I don't get them all back, I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, I hope I do, but if I don't, I'm not going to. I'm
Yeah.
going to sweat it.
I kind of think we will.
I think we will too.
Close knit group, and I don't know when she did it or who it was. You know,
Mhm.
it's just
I've gotten 13 so far.
I haven't counted mine. So what are you cooking, Rita?
I got tomatoes in here. It'll be whole tomatoes.
So how do you do yours?
Well, I peeled them and I've just kind of quartered them up and put them in that big pot back there somewhere. Somewhere there's a big
Here's how
pot.
I do mine. I get a big pot of hot water and I set the whole tomato in there. Then when it starts splitting, I kind of scoop them out
Yeah.
and I put them in cold water. And then when I can handle them, I take the outside off and then I core it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have all of them in a hot that I, get hot.
Yeah,
I did
that's
I
what
did
I'm
all that
doing.
except
And
the
then
ice water. I didn't do the ice water one.
Yeah,
Just let them get cool enough to handle.
yeah. And then a hot pack on, and do that. And I water bath mine when I've done them before. Hello, one day at a time, farmstead. That's a mouthful.
Mouthful.
So did you sleep good, Rita?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I didn't.
You're going to have to take a nap.
I know. But I'm busy. Got these tomatoes to do, and Terry brought in that other bucket. I need to go lay them out. They're still sitting over there in the bucket.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, he picked another bucket while I was in there peeling these.
Right. Well, I'm getting 4 to 6 little bitty cherry tomatoes a day over my 3 plants. I had a salad yesterday.
I had 2 pretty good sized bowlfuls, and I still got some ripe ones laid out. And you guys didn't see the bucket he brought in when I was working. Oh, it's just his picking bucket.
Oh
But
my
you
goodness.
see, they've got to go a few days because they're not ripe.
Yeah, they gotta go.
But you got to get them, or the birds or something will go pecking at them. You have to bring them in before they're vine ripe.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Do you put 7 dust on them?
No,
I remember
we had, so they don't have any pesticides.
they were putting 7 dust. My dad would put that on them.
Tell him to stop making more work. I know it.
But what good eating that's going to be in the wintertime when you
I know. I can.
jar of tomatoes.
I know.
And
We've
soup
sat
and
down
chili.
and as a side dish have a bowl of whole tomatoes before. Did that growing up and still do that now. And put them in soups and put them in just lots of stuff.
Yeah,
Chili, yeah.
All that. Well, my son said he slept horrible. He sweat all night because he doesn't have air conditioning. So he's coming to my house after work.
And what are you fixing your baby boy for supper?
I think we're just gonna have like maybe egg salad.
John, he's got to come out.
I may just have that. Have something light.
Go ahead. Go.
And while I was in Millersburg, I bought some cheese, and I got a block of it out yesterday. It came from a place called Duesenberg. It's in Millersburg.
He come back. Peggy Lynn, I'm going to whoop him.
Oh my gosh. At least you can run that through the machine.
Yeah.
He brought you something else?
Yeah, a bucket of purple whole peas.
Yeah.
I'll fry these in a few minutes.
I started to say that'd be good for supper.
Yeah, lunch, supper. Yeah, we'll eat them. They won't stay there very long.
No, I put a few packages of squash. I bought some squash and put it in the freezer, cut it up, and
beans boiled. How long do they sit? Oh, here comes.
Hello.
Mimi's come back.
Okay, my beans boiled. I shut them off, and how do I tell if they're done?
Well, they're not done. Now you just want to let them soak for a while.
Okay.
That just speeded up your soaking process.
Okay. So I soaked them for a while, like half hour, an hour.
I don't know.
okay.
Yeah. She's going to can them, Sheila. She's planning on canning them. White beans. And she's
I thought she was cooking like pinto beans or white beans. Sorry.
Doing dry beans.
So we're just kind of playing it by ear here.
So when they are, do you wait till they're very soft, or because my guess is they're going to finish cooking when they're processing. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So like, what should they feel like? Like, they just be like fork tender or?
But you might drain them and not, when you do your jars, don't fill your jars very full of beans and put more water, because they're going to swell up. They're going to get bigger. So you want to leave room for them to expand in the jar. Does that make sense?
Okay, so maybe fill them halfway.
Yeah.
No, more than that.
But if she does it now, they're going to swell up. If she doesn't, if you wanted to skip that step of waiting a long time for them to swell up.
Okay. So I should drain them now then, right? And then not fill the jars too full with beans, just halfway.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do.
I'd say halfway to 3/4.
3/4, yeah, but not full, not to the top.
Make sure your jars are hot.
Yeah, the jars are hot. I have water boiling. I have everything set up. Here goes. Yikes. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to drain them.
It's all a learning process.
I know. I just don't want to get sick, and I don't want to do all this and then have them turn out to be like mush.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. With my fibromyalgia hands.
Well, if you have, hot vegetable and hot jars, and I have my bands and lids in hot water also. Everything hot.
Peggy Lynn, do you can dry beans? She's canning dry beans. You want to come up on the panel and tell her how you do it?
Oh, I thought she was doing like green beans. Sorry. I've never done dry beans.
Here, Peggy Lynn's going to give you a crash course.
Okay. I got my job, Peggy Lynn.
Are these dry beans?
Dry beans, yes. White Northern.
Okay. Hold on a minute, because I did a bunch of those for my mother. And I never soaked them. I never cooked them. I never did anything.
Really?
Really. Hold on. I've got my ball book out. I don't want you to do it wrong, because you'll blow your jars up.
Okay. I already boiled them.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think going by a
Dried canned 111.
is the very best.
I'm trying to find it. They've got so many different things in here.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of peas do you say? Northerns?
Yeah.
Great Northern. Pack hot beans or peas into a hot jar. Now wait. Quit, Piper.
I have the same book. They got me a little confused.
Well, they're having you cook. I didn't cook mine, and I'm thinking. I am thinking that I only put like 1/4 of a cup in a pint and fill the rest with water, because those beans are going to swell up and fill that jar.
Okay, so half a pint is too much.
For what?
A pint jar. They were boiled.
Well, if you've already cooked them, they've already swelled up, right?
Yeah, they're going to swell up more.
That's too many.
Okay.
That's too many in that jar, because they're probably going to swell up some more. You need to take some of that out.
Is that okay?
And then fill it with water.
Okay. So it's about 4 ounces, 4 or 5 ounces. Wait a minute.
Is that a pint? That's a pint, right?
It's a pint jar, and it's not quite.
Yeah, that's about right. And then fill it the rest away with your water. I'm thinking it's a 1/2 inch head space.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought they said
everything
ahead. An inch.
And half a teaspoon of salt to a pint jar.
Okay.
Remove your air bubbles. And it needs processed.
An hour and 15, I heard.
Yep. Hour and 15 minutes.
It's a half an inch head space.
Yeah. No, 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch head space. So at the bottom of your rings.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because I canned those for Mother. She likes Great Northerns, but I still had to get the book out to read it.
Okay. It seems like there's a lot of but there's not a whole lot in a jar, you know?
They're gonna swell up.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, let me get one and I'll show you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I don't think she's eaten them yet. Hold on. So there, oops, hang on. Let me find it.
Okay.
So there's mine in a pint jar.
I
So
can't
there's-
see it. Hang on.
I'll make you big. I'm sitting here.
Let me come out in the light. I was in the pantry.
Okay, so you fill those like halfway and now they're full. Now it's full.
Yep, I've got about, I don't know, about a half an inch of liquid above them.
Okay.
And that's a pint. That's a pint jar.
Okay, that's what I got. Okay. So I guess it's safe to put like about half of the cooked beans in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they swell up.
How many
And my
jars
black
can
black
hold,
beans
Mamie?
are the same. Huh?
How many pint jars does that canner hold?
5. And that's all I have.
And she's got a pound of dry beans, which started with, it looked like.
Is that
No,
a pressure canner?
I did 3 of them. I have a Nesco.
Okay.
It's a
Nesco pressure canner.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are
I have
great.
a
Thank you so
I have
much.
a Miro, and it holds, I don't know, 14 to 16 pints.
Wow.
It's not as big as Rita's. It doesn't hold but one layer of quartz, but I don't do quartz. I do pints.
Yeah, quarts are too much. I don't like beans that much.
Well, for serving for us, a quart would be too much. It'd be like feeding my family of 5
I know
instead
it.
of just 2 of us.
I hear you. So,
Rita, I'm going. I got to go start getting ready to go to the doctor.
Understand. Good luck at your
And
appointment.
if you're on tonight, I'll see you. If you're not, I'll go to bed.
Good luck, Francis.
good
Thank
luck at the
you.
doctor.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Piper, leave her alone. Come on, get over here and look. Come here, Bella. I know, she's being a pet. Come on. So how many quarts do you think you're going to get, Rita?
This is a 14-quart pot, and it's about half full. So I've got 9 jars ready. So I don't know how many will go, but then there's
And he brought you another 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes.
but they're not ripe yet, so they'll go. They'll wait. They'll hold.
Yeah.
No, wait. Hold on.
Now I always put a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of whatever seasonings in all my beans and stuff when I can them. That way, when
Really?
I heat them up, all I have to do is heat them up. I don't have to add all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use most of these for like different dishes, so I don't know quite what I'm gonna do with them yet, but most of it'll be like for a bean salad that I like to make,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or like I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but sometimes I like them seasoned. I hear you.
Yep.
I hear you.
Oh, I put onion powder in just about everything, so
Yeah.
or
I'm
diced
just doing
onion.
plain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a lot of beans here. Yikes. I did 3 12-ounce bags. They're not even a pound anymore.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be canning beans all day if you can all them. Then if you had that many, I didn't
I
know.
have no life. I have no life. What am I gonna do?
I think the only thing I did to mine was I rinsed them off, picked through them to make sure all the bad ones were out, cleaned them real good, and then I canned them. I didn't cook them at all.
I'm gonna do that next time.
I know it says to, but you're cooking them for an hour and 15 minutes under pressure.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep.
They're gonna cook, you know.
Yep. And then you take them out and you cook them. But they're done when they come out of that jar. Because that jar I showed you, those beans were done.
Okay, so I have to I'm gonna have to move you guys, and I have to move my canner. And I'll be back. I'm right here.
I should probably come up on the laptop, not the phone. I can't see chat. Can't read if anybody has questions. That since Rita's busy. All right, I'll be back.
Over on that side of the room, I'm boiling jars. And Sandra popped in to say good morning. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Sandra.
Hello.
June Hanson's still here. Beverly. Who said there's 21 somewhere doing something?
I'm cutting fabric.
We see Mimi pop in there every once in a while.
Yeah, dumping my water in my canner.
Well, I need to put my tomatoes in the jar. I think they're hot enough. And I've got the jars, some of the jars in the other hot water. Janet, good morning to Janet.
Rita, do you have your bands and lids in hot water?
They're not in hot water. Yeah, sometimes I do because I come from that old school where you always boil your lids. And I'm trying. Yeah, trying to, and then they say not to do that anymore. So I don't know what to do. I still do things the old way, and then they say there's another way to do it. So
How are you supposed to do it if you don't boil them?
You
the
do.
lid.
Let's see. It says, now I've got several different brands of lids, but these here lids are, you wash them in hot soapy water, rinse lids, and set aside, and they're ready to use. That's what it says on this package.
Okay. So
And it
just
used to, it would tell you to put them in hot water and boil them, but it don't say that on this.
What I do, I get a little pan and I'll heat up like 2 cups of water in the microwave. I pour the lids, and I'll do another 2 cups because that's just the size of my glass Pyrex measuring thing. And I get 2 more, and it's enough to cover them. And then I put the lid on it because I don't really have room on the stove because I got all this. I got the jar, getting hot. I got the water bath heating, and then whatever it is. So.
I'm pretty bad to do everything different every time. Well, it's the same, but different. So that's the reason I don't do tutorials.
Oh, who said this had 5 pints wide? It should, but it don't.
And Peggy Lynn says you just clean them.
Okay, so this is only holding 4 pints. Very disappointing. I don't know why they're not fitting, but one, 2.
I'm cutting out fabrics. Just hold them up. What's Rita doing?
I think you put some tomatoes in a jar.
You make me big for a moment.
Yeah, sure can.
These are the colors I've been
Yeah, let me
cutting
get
out.
Peggy Lynn up there.
These are the colors I'm cutting out.
Oh, those are pretty.
Those are pretty.
You see them? They came in a kit Stephanie Stitches is doing.
Who's a beeping? Is that Mimi beeping?
Not
Yeah, 3 beeping.
me. Not me. Hey, you make me little.
Beep.
Beep.
Okay. So it's cutting.
Piper, stop it. Piper. Over here, behave. I think I got too much backlight, don't I?
Yeah, it's too much light behind you.
Yeah, it's a big window so I can see. that better?
Uh-huh.
I didn't see a mic setting on my computer. Is there one? Because I'm probably still loud, aren't I? And I'm
Yeah.
not even. And I'm not even close. Let's see.
Rita,
Setting
you're right. It's going to be a long afternoon.
audio.
Getting my coffee. Getting my coffee.
Gotta stay here and keep each other company.
Yeah.
I don't have news background noise. I don't have anywhere. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. How's that? Or should it be louder, lower? Louder or lower, ladies?
I mean, you're pretty loud.
Okay, what about now?
Okay, talk a little bit.
Okay, I turned it down to 50.
That's pretty good. I mean, because we can turn our volume down, also.
If it's too low, I'll put it back up a little bit. There we go. Okay. I turned it down. It was actually on auto mic, and I turned the auto mic off, which gave me the option to lower the volume.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's loud.
Do you know how far I am away? I'm way far away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Let me go back in. I'll lower it.
Okay.
I can slow my sewing speed down, will help too. All right, I lowered it some more. Can you hear me talk?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. I put the mic canceling on, so you shouldn't be able to hear the machine. But...
Oh yeah, we did.
Bella. You're okay, Mother. Unless you want to be on video too. No. Mom said she doesn't want to be on video.
Okay.
Piper, leave Bella alone. Hold on. Stop it right now. Stop it. She doesn't believe my mother when my mother says to stop it. I told Mom it's because she's a pushover.
Set it free. Dang it. Wrong.
Thank you, June.
Okay, I have a question. Question.
Okay.
I have a lot of beans left over. Suppose I can't do them all today. I have to do them today?
No, leave them in water and put them in the refrigerator covered.
Do I heat them up again tomorrow or just do like a cold pack?
Just do a cold pack. The canner has to be cold too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's going to be a lot of beans.
Then you'll be set for a while.
Exactly. I mean, I was going to go to Walmart and buy like a case of them. And I'm like, I got to go there, lug them home. I don't know if they're going to have them. Sometimes Aldi's doesn't have them. It was just so cheap, much cheaper and easier to do this.
Yeah.
The only downside is with this Nesco, I can't run my air conditioner. So.
Why can't you run isn't it a
Lower
stovetop?
circuit.
Oh, the Nesco's not a stovetop?
No, it's an electric.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So That's why I might not. I'm gonna move my take you girls with me in another room later because it's gonna get hot in here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I might the fan going instead, but
Is it like an Instapot?
what was that?
Is it like an Instapot?
Almost. It's a pressure cooker,
Okay.
pressure canner, and water bath. They're all in one.
Okay, so how are you going to tell your pounds of pressure?
It just
Because
it just
you
says
either need to use 5, 10, or a 15-pound of pressure when you're canning. And she's on. I don't understand how that's going to work. I'm doing the birdhouses right now. Piper, if you don't leave her alone, that's an everyday, all day thing. Piper likes to pick on mom's little dog. I know she just wants her to play, but she's a little big and a little rough. And so Bella usually comes to me for refuge. Or she'll go to mom. Especially when she's had enough. Is that machine too loud at that speed? Anybody?
What do you think?
Not as
Yeah.
bad as it was.
Okay. I am actually. How far am I? I'm about 4 feet away from it.
That's picking it up good then. 'Cause it-
Yeah.
It's better than it was.
Hi, Sandra. You should be up here reading comments, Sandra.
Nobody's in the basement. 'Cause I know.
I'm not a very good overseer, Sandra. I go to everybody's page and start watching videos when it gets quiet.
Yeah, and then she forgets to read the comments.
Rita, are you going to go live tonight?
Probably, but don't hold me to it, okay? Okay?
Susan Munger is asking.
I'll try to, but I'm not going to make any promises.
I need to go and start doing some work around here. Maybe I'll finish my purse.
Well, you could take us with you, and so we can watch you sew. Not that I'm watching anything, but
Oh, it's finished except you put the latch on it, and I'm having trouble with that. Only took me a year. I'll check in again later, guys. Bye-bye.
bye, Becky.
Turn my pot off. I had 8 children, and I'm not water bathing. That's all I'm gonna do to them.
You're not gonna water bath them?
I don't. No, I do. I do open kettle on my tomatoes.
Yeah, I always just water bath. Okay.
And I see your mother back there.
She see you, Mama.
I'm gonna wave to her. Yep.
Waving at you, Mama.
Hey,
I didn't
Mom.
realize. I had to turn
okay.
it was the
I can't tell anything about her. I just see her back there.
windows back here were too bright. I guess I could put you the other direction. Okay, Mother. Mother'd rather not be seen, so we're gonna go the other direction.
I think I'm gonna get off here because I've been going over 2 hours and I've got my tomatoes in the jar, so
Yeah.
I have to go down and shell these peas and regroup to whatever else.
You're not gonna cook them tonight?
These peas?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And hello to Cheryl. Cheryl. And it's like I said, Sandra read this, or am I going to be live tonight? Well, I'll try. If y'all come, I'll try, but no promises.
Right. Life can get in the way.
Keep myself out of trouble. Was you in here? Moon Boots came by this morning, Peggy.
I saw that.
Did he? Was he nice?
I was actually not paid. I was working, so I wouldn't. I just saw his name once, so he didn't get up on the panel. He was just over in the chat.
Okay.
I just don't have much time for people that drink and then go to somebody else's channel and drink or smoke on that channel when that person doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's very disrespectful. I smoke, but do you ever see me smoke on your channel?
No.
See?
Never have.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
Mm-hmm. We'll see us later. All right. I am going to close it out for now.
Let me get my mouse.
All
Hey,
right,
Sandra,
bye.
if you're still watching, what color is that mouse?
Bye.
What? Is it purple?
It sure is. Okay. Bye,
Okay.
Rita. Have a good day.
All right. Bye, y'all. Candy. Bye. Bye, everybody. We'll meet up again later. And chat. We'll your color and Beverly. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.